Alright, what's going on, LSPD recruits? Today we're going to be going over how to do a 1011, otherwise known as a traffic stop, at your Deputy Commander, Devin Santiago, alongside me, Officer 1, Jack Bose. So today we're going to be going over the 10 codes, how to call it out, and how to write up a report. Alright, with that, we're going to get right into it. Alright guys, so we have a suspect's vehicle that just ran 2 red lights, did an illegal U-turn, so we're going to go ahead and light them up. Alrighty, so we've looked it over. This is somewhat of a safe place to park, so we're going to go ahead and shut off our vehicle. Starting with how to call out a 1011. So a 1011 is a traffic stop. That is the 10 code that LSPD uses. So here's how to call it out. You're going to use your call sign first. So starting like 2 Lincoln 41, show me on a 1011 with a black and white 4-door 2018 Charger. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to say, like, you know, the make and the model and the year and whatnot. But the main things that you do need to say is the amount of seats, such as 2-door, 4-door, the vehicle type. So you could say a sedan, an SUV, a truck, a van, something like that. So something like this. 2 Lincoln 41, show me on a 1011 with a black and white 4-door sedan. We're going to be postal 119, northbound on Gage Avenue. No additional 32s are going to be needed. So now that you've called out your 1011, you're good to go ahead and step out of your vehicle. When you're doing a 1011, you need to come around the back. You're going to come up to the passenger side of the vehicle. Once you get up to the passenger side, you're going to greet them with a little friendly hello. Hey, how's it going? I'm Sergeant Santiago with the Los Santos Police Department. Do you have any idea why I pulled you over? Okay, now that you've introduced yourself in a friendly manner, this sets a tone for the traffic stop, and it's not going to, you know, escalate things, and they, you know, see you as more of a friendly officer. Alrighty, well, reason I pulled you over is going to be because you ran a red light, and then you did an illegal U-turn in a public roadway. Alright, I need to see some license registration, proof of insurance. In situations like this, you really don't need their ID and driver's license. You can just show you their ID.
Or if you want me to step out of the vehicle.
Yeah, no worries. You can just show me your ID, and I can come around to the driver's side. So for this city, you do have to come to the driver's side because that's just how it works. Alrighty. So he showed me his ID. Alrighty, appreciate you, Mr. Bose. I will be right back.
No worries.
So now that he's showed me his identification, I can come over to my passenger side. I make it look like I go ahead and step in my car. Alrighty. Then I'm just going to pull out my tablet. Start with going to Profile. And searching up Jack Bose. Alrighty, here's our suspect here. So, it will give us his date of birth, his phone number, his gender, his job, his fingerprint ID, which is really for cases and whatnot, and if they have any active warrants that are logged. So, any cases that they have been mentioned in, it will pull up here. Any charges that they have, reports, tags, weapons, properties, vehicles, and so forth. So what I do from here is I'm going to go to reports. I'm going to go to create, and real quick, I can see that the most recent one was ID 368. So I'm just going to do hashtag 369, but this will obviously vary depending on, you know, how many cases and what the most previous case number was. So I'm going to put Jack Bose traffic violation. And this is also a video shown in the guide videos, so I'm not going to go over exactly how to do everything in this video, but I'm just going to go over the general idea. So then you're going to go to traffic violation, which is going to be right here. You're going to click on that. You're going to go to tags. You're going to fill out the entire report, and you're going to put the suspects. So Jack Bose. All right there. And then officers, you're just going to find your name, type that in. And I wouldn't do this right now. I would do this until after the traffic stop. All right, so I would save it and whatnot. I would come back to profile, and I would hit find player. So if you are giving them a fine without an offense, that's something I don't usually do. I find with offense. So I find it. Technically, it would be reckless driving. So that would be right here, and it would be a $1,000 fine. It would say the penal code, and then you just hit proceed, and it will find the player. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and step out of the vehicle. We're going to come up back to the driver's side. Alrighty, sir. Thank you for being so compliant. Today you're going to be receiving a $1,000 fine for reckless driving. So this is the part where you can get really
Okay,
into the whole,
understood.
role-playing part. Pull out a clipboard. Alrighty, just go ahead and sign on the bottom here.
Yeah, do you want me to step out and sign, or?
No worries. It's just going to be not an admittance of guilt, just saying that you'll take care of it. You will have a court date if you would like to fight the fine out.
Okay.
Do you have any questions, comments, concerns for me?
No, that'll be all. Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry.
Alrighty, I appreciate you being so compliant. You can pull off from the traffic stop once I turn my lights off, alright?
Okay, understood.
Alrighty, and
Thank
that
you.
is how you do a 1011 as a LSPD officer. You then come back to your vehicle. You can go ahead and shut off your lights. And that suspect can go ahead and then pull off. Alrighty guys, what's going on? So really quickly, we're going to go over the traffic stop reminders. So as an employee of the Los Santos Police Department, it is important to remember that you should never purposely escalate a situation. Pretty much what this means is that you should never ever go onto a traffic stop and try to aggravate a suspect or purposely, cause a situation or a scene that couldn't have been avoided in the first place. Secondly, always introduce yourself in a respectful and soft tone. As you saw in the video that just showed, I introduced myself in a respectful manner, and I made it seem as if we were just having a normal conversation. Alright, never approach a suspect's vehicle with negative intent or ill intent, meaning never go on a traffic stop and assume that this person is a bad person. I know this kind of contradicts the next bullet point, but pretty much what I'm saying is don't assume that somebody is a bad person because of what they did. Never judge a book by its cover, as it's been said. Moving on to this one. Always assume a dangerous situation could occur. This does not mean assume that a person is a bad person and assume that somebody could do this or do that. What this means is that literally anything could happen at any moment. It has happened to law enforcement many, many years, many different stories, many different things. So, as always, just stay on your guard and make sure that though you are speaking to somebody, kind of be on top of it and, you're aware of your surroundings. Make sure you remain professional and maintain your composure during a traffic stop. So, remain respectful. Don't be unprofessional. If a situation is, tensions are starting to get a little bit, tight, I recommend just, letting them know that you need a second, or not really saying that you need a second, but to just relax for a second. You'll go back to your vehicle, take a second. You're a human being as well. It's okay. Just remember to not abuse your position and power. And lastly, be friendly and try to make it seem as if it is a lighthearted situation. This really just means, try to have a conversation with them. Don't make it seem like I'm the cop, you're the civilian, Just make it seem as if it's a regular conversation and, obviously you could possibly give them a ticket, but it is what it is. All right, guys, I appreciate you guys for being so patient and listening to me talk for so long. I wish you guys good luck on becoming a LSPD officer.